Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven, Strauss, you name it. More famous composers have lived in Vienna than in any other city in the world. Music is literally in the air here. Because every night, great things happen on this city's many stages. But it's not just the composers and the shows. Vienna lives and breathes music. Today I want to find out what makes Vienna the world capital of music, from outstanding education and craftsmanship that always strives for perfection to some of the finest concert venues, and why even Hollywood trusts the musical expertise of Vienna. It's inside this little workshop in the 4th district where violin maker Bärbel Bellinghausen creates miracles of sound, capable of warming the hearts of all those who play it and of everyone who listens. All that from just 450 grams of wood, masterfully crafted.
This is my workshop where I build all the violins, violas, and cellos. This is what I do. I do not repair instruments, I just make them. This is what I learned. I love doing that.
Vienna is this capital of music. I want to know what you think that the sound of Vienna is and how it influences your work.
When I came here, I was really fascinated about the fact that music is really everywhere. So if you walk down the streets there and there is an open window, you might hear a piano player or a violin player. You see that it is deep into the culture. So everybody, and they sing and they love music.
Vienna is part of the global elite when it comes to making musical instruments. At the top of the list is piano maker Bösendorfer, which has been bringing the sound of Vienna to life since 1828, and they've perfected it. So right now we're with Sabina, thank you, the managing director of Bösendorfer, and we're here in the salon. And I wanted to ask you, because everybody knows that Bösendorfer stands for a tradition of quality and excellence, but what makes it so excellent? What gives it such a high standard?
We wanted not to have the perfect instruments from a mechanical point of view, but also wanted to inspire the pianists all over the time. And this is what is maybe unique. We have a completely different construction method to all the other pianos, and this helps to shape our brand. It takes 6 years to build a Bösendorfer piano, so you have to dry the wood 5 years outside.
So 5 years for it to dry.
5 years for it to dry, and at least 1 year for building the piano. And it is more than 80% made of solid spruce tone wood. And it's from the Austrian Alps. And like a violin, the entire body of the piano helps to shape the tone.
Not only the musical venues, but also the educational institutions of Vienna are world-renowned and rich in tradition. This is why so many young people from all over the world come to Vienna to master their craft. One of them is Clio Montrey, who now works as a composer and mezzo-soprano. She studied at the University of Music and Performing Arts. So if I have this right now we're standing in a rehearsal space in Vienna's University of Music and Performing Arts. And I want you, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what it is exactly that you do and what you're doing here specifically.
I'm a composer, a singer, and a science fiction writer. I came to Vienna about 10 years ago and I studied here. And I am actually doing a performance called Paper from my latest album, which is called Lease. And it's a cycle that's a new Baroque suite. So what I'm working on is to make a sort of, I like to call it Baroque folktronica.
Since you've been here and you're living here and you're performing and creating here, what is that like for you?
Performing here is wonderful because it's the intersection of the new and all sorts of older musical traditions. So I get a lot of impulses that are historical, but also there's a wave of new energy that allows me to bridge the two worlds very well. I see this as a very good place to create art because it's very inspiring and it's also full of very different impulses.
And what's your experience like studying here?
I do classes in the day and I do rehearsals and performances in the afternoon and evening. It's been a wonderful balance for me and a good experience.
As you can imagine, Vienna's musical expertise has not gone unnoticed by Hollywood. Here at SynchronStage Vienna, some of the best international musicians in the world play music for some of the biggest movies in the world. So right now we're with Herb, who is the CEO of the SynchronStage here in Vienna, and we are surrounded by this amazingly impressive setup. What magic is actually created here?
SynchronStage is a scoring stage, and it's a very unique place because it's, as far as I know, the only scoring stage in the world which was planned and dedicated for film music scoring.
Why do you think different musicians and different films come to Vienna to score or to use the studios here?
It's, I think, okay if you say Vienna is the main capital in the world regarding music because so many famous composers lived and worked here. We have so many orchestras, so every day there are 10, 20 concerts in the town, a lot of opera houses and so on. Music is a major part in Vienna, of course.
And if I say the sound of Vienna, what does that mean to you? Do you think Vienna has a specific sound?
I think every culture has a different approach, also in music. I would say I can detect a Vienna orchestra because of the string sounds. Yeah.
Actually, that's a really, really nice idea, that the sound of Vienna is the sound of strings. That's really romantic. That's something I'm going to take with me for a while. The Konzerthaus, which was opened in 1913, is one of Vienna's best and most versatile concert venues. Leading performers of every genre are guests in this beautiful atmospheric Art Nouveau setting. It's in a place like this where it all comes together. The Konzerthaus is one of those venues where you can enjoy an outstanding and inspiring night in the capital of music, Vienna.